Good evening, dear students. Today we will discuss about imaginary numbers. And why we will discuss about imaginary numbers? Because the chapter which we will do in upcoming days, in those chapters, the concept of imaginary number will be used everywhere. So first of all, we have to know about imaginary numbers. Now, before knowing imaginary number, I will like to ask you whether you all have the concept of real numbers or not. So first of all, let me tell very few things about real numbers. What are real numbers? Any numbers which are found on the real number line are called real number. It may be rational, it may be irrational, it may be prime, it may be even, it may be composite, any number. So all numbers are found in the real number lines are known as real number. So now what are the imaginary numbers? The numbers which you will not find in real number line. For example, imaginary numbers are denoted by I. And what is the value of I? The value of I is always root over n minus 1. Or in other words, I can say the value of I square is always minus 1. So this is a very important point to remember, that value of I square is minus 1. And this concept will be required in everywhere. Now we will see some few examples related to imaginary number. For example, see root over minus 2. Any number with a negative sign under the root is always an imaginary number. Why we can say them as imaginary number? Because you see, you can convert this number in the form of I. In this particular example, see here, root over minus 2 can be written as root over minus 1 into 2. Now we know that this root over minus 1, we can write this as root over minus 1 into root over 2. Now we know root over minus 1 is equal to I. So its value is I root over 2, which is an imaginary number as it has I with it. Similarly, any number of this form we can convert it into in the form of I. For example, say let us consider another example, root over minus 5. We can write it as root over minus 5. Now minus 1, we can write in place of minus 1, we can write I square into 5. This I will come out under root, outside the root, and it will become I root over 5. So it is an imaginary number. So any number under root, any number with a negative sign is always an imaginary number. So my dear students, let us see how we will develop the concept, how we will develop the value of this concept. For example, value of I square is minus 1, and its square it will be 1. So value of I to the power 4 is minus 1. Similarly, we can derive the value of I to the power 5 also. I to the power 5. What can we write I to the power 5? We can write I to the power 5 as I to the power 4 into I. Its value is I to the power 5 because here the bases are same and they are connected with multiplication. So their power will get plus. Here 4, here the power is 1, 4 plus 1 ultimately 5, the value is same. Just now you have got the value of I to the power 4 is 1 and value of I is 5. So its value is I. So the value of I to the power 5 is I. Likewise, you can find the value of any power of I. Let us take some few examples from book. Like I to the power minus 2. What will be the value of I to the power minus 2? Now you see, whenever there is a negative sign in the power, we always take the reciprocal of the base so that the negative sign gets vanishes. So now to remove this negative sign from the power, I have to take the reciprocal and it will be 1 by I square. Now again, you know value of I square is minus 1, so ultimately its value will become minus 1. So I to the power minus 2's value is minus 1. Similarly, you can find I to the power minus 3's value also. What will be the value of I to the power minus 3? Now to remove this negative sign from the power, we will take reciprocal of the base. It will become 1 by I to the power 3. Now we have already seen in the previous example that value of I cube is minus I. So now here is a very important point to remember, that in case of complex number or imaginary number, we can never put I in negative, I in the denominator. Whenever there is a I in the denominator, we have to remove the I from the denominator and take it to the numerator without changing the value. Now in this particular case, we have seen that I has come in the denominator. So now how we will take it in the numerator? Kindly see. I minus I, you just multiply a I here and a I here in the numerator and the denominator. The value is same. Now you see I into 1 is I, here minus I square, its value is I square is minus 1, so its value is I, minus minus plus, its value is I. So I to the power minus 3's value is simply I. Likewise, we can find the value of I to the power minus 4 also and I to the power minus 5 also. Now how we will find the value of I to the power minus 4? First of all, you just remove the negative sign from the power by taking reciprocal of the base. It will become 1 by I to the power 4. Now you know you can directly put the value of I to the power 4 as we have done previously, or you can further simplify it as the usual process. You can write it as I square whole square. Now value of I square is minus 1, its whole square it is 1 by 1, ultimately its value is 1. So I to the power minus 4 value is also 1. What will be the value of I to the power minus 5? First of all, you remove the negative sign from the power. You can write it is 1 by I to the power 5. Now I to the power 5 you can write as I to the power 4 into I. Now what is value of I to the power 4? You can write I square whole square into I. Now I square minus 1, its whole square into I. So it is 1 by I. Now as we know, we can never put I in the denominator. If somehow we get I in the denominator, we have to take it to the numerator by multiplying I on both numerator and denominator. You just multiply 1 into I divided by I into I. It will become I 1 into I is I into I is I square is minus 1, so its value is minus I. So value of I to the power minus 5 is minus I. So similarly, you can find the value of any value of I, any power of I. I have just cited some of the examples or some of the particular cases. In the similar way, you can find any values of I. Let us see some of the examples. See some examples in where we will use the concept of I. For example, you see in a particular example, our question is root over minus 9 into root over minus 16. So we have to solve this. How will we solve? See, first of all, you can write it as minus 1 into 9 into root over minus 1 into 16. Now value of root over minus 1 is I square, and value of, you can write 9 as 3 square, and root over minus 1 is I square and 4 as 4 square. Now this I and 3 will come out of the root. It will become 3I into 4I. Similarly, this 4 has a square over it, I has a square over it. So this 4 and I both will be free of the root. Now you multiply this, 3 4s are 12. I into I is I square. Now lastly, I square is minus 1. So 12 into minus 1 is minus 12. This is the answer. In this way, you have to solve the problems which have I on it. We will see one more example. Let us see another example. I to the power minus 243. I to the power minus 243. Now how will we do? See, first of all, you observe that there is a negative sign on the power, so we will make this negative sign positive by taking reciprocal of the base. We will do it 1 by 2 to the power 53. Now this 1 by 2 to the power 1 by I to the power 2 to the power I to the power 243 we can write as I to the power 242 into I. Now as we have done previously, this I to the power 242 we can write as I to the power 121 whole, sorry, we can write as I square power 1 to 1 into I. So reference for my handwriting. Here I value of I square is -1 and its power is 1 to 1 into I. Now you see -1 has got a odd power, so the its value will remain as -1, and here we will write as I. So it is multiplication. Now you see here -1 by I. Now you see there is a I on the denominator, so you have to remove this I. How will you remove? You multiply I on both the numerator and denominator. Its value will become minus I, and its value is I square. Now this minus I square is -1, this -1 is going, ultimately your value is I. So this is all about how will you solve a problem with I. Let us see a last example. Let us see a last example. Our example is 1 plus I to the power 4 and 1 plus 1 by I power 4. See how will we solve this. First of all, you see, yeah, it is I 1 plus I to the power 4, and you see there I is on the denominator. We first take it to the numerator without by keeping the value same. How will you do? Multiply 1 I here and 1 I here, and its power is 4. Now you keep it as same and you simplify this. Its value will become I by I by I square, and its power is 4. Now 1 plus I power 4, and it will become 1 minus I power 4. As the value of I is -1, so this plus minus will become minus. Now see, both the term has same power and it is connected by multiplication, so you can take the power as common. So its value will become 1 plus I 1 minus I power 4. Now you see it is of the form a plus b into a minus b, you can write as a square minus I square whole to the power 4. This I square is 1 square is 1 minus I square again -1 to the power 4 is 1 it will become 1 plus 1 power 4. Ultimately it is to the power 4 is equal to 16. So this is our answer. Its answer is 16. The quality may be bad today due to some light problem, and it was my first video, so I was very much nervous to make this video, although I have tried my best to make the things clear. And if you find any mistake while I was explaining, you please tell me on the comment section. I will surely correct my mistakes and try to make more proper and quality video in my next classes. And if you have any doubt, you can mention those doubt in the comment section. I will surely make video on them also. Thank you.